Good morning. Happy Friday. Got to put on my Be Brave oil. So, how are you guys? Happy Friday. Yay, Manifestation Friday. And it's a new moon. So, new moon is supposed to be the time, the moon is dark, time to plant your seeds, time to set intentions. And it's so funny that it's on Manifestation Friday. So I don't usually do a vision board. Sometimes I will just write things out. If I'm journaling, I'll just write, "Dear Universe, I would love blah, 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 blah." So techniques. Let's talk about techniques. Everything you have right now, you have manifested. So, what works for you? How soon after you said, thought, wrote down something you wanted, how soon did it show up? Can you start with something that you always wanted and then trace it back? Reverse engineer the process. What worked for you and what do you do now, if anything? So, this is kind of weird for me because I do these things. I've got a little crystal grid set up over here, and you know what, now that I think of it, it's when I'm very clear, and it's when I feel like when I put my foot down, like when there's emotion behind it, when I make a decision, like when there's a very clear decision in my head, like this isn't gonna happen anymore. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen. That's when, like my certainty, my firm decision seems to be what works for me. Although the donut shop wasn't like that at all. The donut shop wasn't like that. But the donut shop was my first, holy shit. I wrote these things down and then this happened. It was the first time I saw evidence of action that I took and something becoming of it. Well, I had no experience before. I didn't know what manifestation was. I didn't know what law of attraction was. And if you don't know the story, I had the book, The Answer, that somebody sent me. And there's only one person who could have sent that to me. So I had this book. I was flipping through it. It got to these questions about having a business. I didn't want a business, or so I thought. But I went ahead and I answered these questions, and I kind of had fun with it. And it was really abstract, all these ideas. Like my business I could be really creative, and it wouldn't take time from my family, and it would be in a sunny place, and it would be the unoffice, and families would come there, and they would love it, and they would look forward to their next visit. So it's so bizarre. So then a few months later, 8 months later, 6 months later, was when I got this strong message to go to Seattle. We went to Seattle, just followed it. That's inspired action. I followed it. I followed that guidance. Didn't know what it meant. Didn't know where it would lead me. I just thought I really wanted to go to Seattle. And then I saw the donut machine, and a month later I was at Farmer's Market selling donuts. So, but it wasn't until a year and a half later, 2 years later, that I found that notebook where I had those answers, and I was like, holy crap, oh my God. And at the same time, that's when I started looking into this metaphysical spiritual stuff. So, okay, that was that manifestation. Now, most recently, I was working at Starbucks downtown Minneapolis and taking the Green Line, which is not the prettiest mode of transportation. But the parking downtown is expensive and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really like the Green Line a whole lot. But on this one particular morning, it was especially revolting. And when I got off the train, I said, I am never taking the Green Line again. And at the same time, I wanted there were other things that came up. I wanted a set schedule. I wanted better money, whatever. Well, then within a few weeks, I was offered another job with free parking, a set schedule, free donuts. So, and I started joking around that the universe answers my prayers and donuts. But, so I do these other things, right? I do I do the affirmations, although I think that's more for your mindset. I've done vision boards, and I don't know if I have success with that kind of stuff. Like, it seems like I need to make a firm decision. So, what works for you? What have you done? What have you tried? I just had a realization about meeting my husband a couple days ago. So, when I went back for my second year of law school, I'm walking into this function where there would be other second years, third years, and something in my head, a thought popped into my head. You should introduce yourself to all the L2s you don't know. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Like, you get those ideas, right? And you're like, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, okay. Walk in, 2 guys sitting there. I said, hi, I'm Chris. I know. All right. But I hadn't realized that I had spent my summer kind of in pursuit of another guy, and I was coming back to law school, like, kind of crushed, I don't know, disappointed that didn't go better. So maybe the universe was like, yeah, forget that. Here's something better. So, for this new moon today, so I've become addicted to creating journals. I've created some new journals in addition to the Find Your High Vibe Bootcamp journal. And so I printed out the Amazon, I did them through Amazon. So I printed out the pages, the list of my books and journals. So I've got a book I wrote about Starbucks, and I just have these other journals I've been creating. And I'm actually going to put them on a vision board. And I printed out these reports, these like royalty reports from Amazon. And I'm just going to put what I want to see. And I don't know, does that serve as motivation or manifestation? I don't know, but I'm going to put them on a vision board, see what works, keep myself going. That's what it feels like. That feels like it's more motivation. Like, that's what I'm working toward. And this is manifestation is supposed to be effortless. It's supposed to be putting yourself in the position where you already have something. So, I don't know. I'm going to think about that. So I really do want to know what works for you guys. So for me, it feels like it's that firm decision where I don't want this. I know this isn't what I want. And I send that vibe out, and maybe it's just stronger. Maybe this stuff is kind of wishy-washy, like, oh, it'd be really great if I could have this, instead of, this is what I want and this is what I'm getting. I'm going to start doing that. Yes, this is what I want. This is what I want, universe. Please deliver it. I hope you have a lovely Friday, and please do set some intentions. Just think about it. Don't worry about the how. Universe is going to do that, take care of that part for you. Don't worry about the details. Just think, I really want this. And feel it. Feel it. Make that decision. Okay? Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Thanks for stopping by.